I've got shooters everywhere. Today we're playing probably one of the dumbest decks I've done in a while, but this is only projectile cycle. So really the goal here is to just blow them up and just defend the entire time until we get to double elixir. Because right now the spell cycle, I guess you could say, is super not fast. Like we have a 6/5, a 4, and a 3 in our hand. But at least we got him to bait out his arrows there. And we kind of are just going to play super passively until we get the opportunity to do something. Today's video, I wanted to talk about nothing that interests you. I only want to talk about stuff that interests me. And there was this one show that I used to love growing up. It was called not Animorphs. I guess it was technically a show. If we're going to get, what's it called? If we're going to get technical here, technically there was a show called Animorphs. But before it was called Animorphs, it was a book series. And I'm just going to do this. I mean, I kind of don't mind that that's there. Yeah, just kind of want to bait out something there and allow my boy to get like a gazillion damage on the right side. So I don't know how we're in the lead. But yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. We're going to take like 3 bat hits, but once again, I think that is a fair trade. But I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Those books, those Animorph books where the kids are turning into different animals. I remember the first time I discovered that book series. Nice Rage, where'd you get it? And it really changed my life. How much is this going to do? 492 damage. Okay. Got to keep that in mind. Basically 500 damage away. But for the first time, when I first discovered that book, I saw this image of like a guy turning into a falcon. And I remember at the time, I was like, this is one of the hardest book covers I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, little kid me had definitely turned up when I saw that. And I just remember getting hooked on the book, man. Like, hooked on the concept. I was like completely hooked on pretty much anything that book series had going on for real. Like, I was super excited to be a part of it. Okay, and he missed his arrows. That's actually really good for me. I'm gonna prank him. Yeah, because there's just no way he's gonna let that go. And then I'm gonna do this. And then that should we should have tower down. Yeah, this guy's playing golem. So kind of cringe, but it shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We are gonna attempt to defend this. Fortunately, we are gonna attempt to defend this. We're actually gonna start off by just doing this. Yeah, so that can die. All right, perfect. And now that is definitely going to be an issue. But as long as we get our rocket down within like the next 5 seconds, we really should be cooling. So I don't really know how that deck worked. I have no idea how we just won that game. But we will say good game to the fellow Grandpudge. And we will go again. But that book series was just so cool. I remember being immersed in the story. I remember being, as a kid, like so immersed in the story that I was like, oh, because there's this bad guy in the show called Yerks, right? And they're basically like these little, if you don't know what Animorphs is, it's basically like these little slug creatures that like go into your brain and then out. And then they like take over you. So they can like get all your memories. They get, pretty much everything that makes you you. And then they like infest other people, right? And then there are these teenagers that basically throughout the show they oh, my cat just got in here. Basically in the show the teenagers they fight these Yerks with abilities to turn into other animals. And this is like technology that's given to them by another alien, so on and so forth. This is whole big thing. That's honestly like, there's definitely like some heavy lore involved in that show that I'm not gonna get into right now. But all my Animorphs fans, if you read this book series or you even know what I'm talking about, make sure to leave a comment on what your favorite like character was, because there were a couple characters. You had like Cassie, you had Jake, you had what else? You had Marco. Marco personally was my favorite. He was like kind of like the jokester, if you will. I keep forgetting that this guy's playing pig, so we should be cooling here, honestly. Yeah, because, yeah, the musketeer's gonna die. Shout out Executioner, man. I think that card just does too much damage. Hopefully it kills that Musketeer. It did not. So that Musketeer might get a hit. Okay, it did not. But I thought it was. So knowing him now, okay, he just wasted his log. So let's just do this. Hopefully we don't take a gazillion damage. Now that fireball did hurt for sure, But honestly, I think we'll be able to swing this one around. Just get some options to. But anyways, Clash isn't important. What's important is this Animorphs content that I'm talking about. And so this guy, Marco, the person who was like mainly involved with the show, let's do something a little funky here. So let's do this, just so that it can help protect. And then, oh my god, I meant to rock it, but instead I decided to be an absolute buffoon, if you will. Huge buffoon pack. All my Balatro players stand up. And now, even if he logs, we should be kind of cooling. It's not on the tower. That's nice. But that's on the tower, and there's my tower. So yeah, that was fun. And going up against Fireball Bait is always super fun. I hope they never nerf recruits. I hope they never nerf Zappies. I hope all these things happen. But I just remember little kid me, like 4th grade me or whatever, 3rd grade me or whatever. I got really into the series. Like, I started finding the books, and then it turns out, I was at a public school, so I didn't have all of the books at my school, I guess I should specify. So I started going on like this rabid hunt for these different books, right? And I remember my friend at the time, a really good friend of mine, he gave me, oh my god, and that killed one of my, oh my god. I actually played that super poorly. I should not have played my thing like that at all. Yeah, and he's just gonna, okay, that's just gonna take my tower. Oh, I love this game. Gotta love Clash Royale, man. But yeah, honestly, I'm surprised we even got that first win. But maybe we will be able to squeeze it together, with our projectiles only deck. But yeah, I was just thinking, so eventually, this is like back in like the early 2000s too, so there weren't like widely accessible PDFs or even what that meant. It wasn't actually like a thing. So you had to like grind to, you either had to get lucky at like a book fair. This guy's just gonna go, what's it called in the back, and then take my entire tower. So there was none of that, pretty much. You pretty much had to know the books. You had to have some sort of connection to the books in order for you to, wow, that one archer helped nothing. But maybe we get lucky and we just Musketeer on his tower and we win, like this. I think he just spent like, that's a 6 elixir card. So I'm just gonna wait a second, and then I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna take his tower, I guess, because he was just not ready for that. But you know what they say, after a card's been out for like 3 months, it's no longer broken. And I keep forgetting about that minion, so he really could just like, whop my Molly and I wouldn't be able to do anything about it, but that's okay. I think all of this is kind of fine. I'm gonna do this to kind of bait out a Mega Knight, and then that worked out for me perfectly, actually. I definitely meant to do that like that. And then I'm going to Executioner. Now, 560, 492. There's about 30 seconds left. And we just have to hope not to die here, is the... Golly, man. That really sucks. Let's just do one of these. Okay, or not. This guy's deciding to go for the 3 crown, understandably. So that's not like that big of a deal. I am just gonna rocket this. I mean, I feel like that's like a normal thing to do. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a rocket down in time though. So maybe I can splash with the firecracker before this guy can take my entire tower in my life. He didn't take my life, but he took my tower, and that's about as worse as it can get. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about my favorite book series for a while. I don't know if you guys even know what I'm even talking about, but yeah, for all of those who didn't know, Animorphs is a great show. It was a not good TV show, but nonetheless, just goes to show that when you make stuff, you never know who's gonna like it.